And we're live already. Today is Thursday already. Wow. It's passing by quickly. It's September 13th, and here with Faith and Joseph, otherwise known as Sam or Tanzaku and Matt. And yeah, I guess I'll go first. Yesterday was good. We were quite productive, I feel like, on NHS, even in the short amount of time that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's passing by really quickly for you, but it feels like our days are really short. We have like, a good hour session, and then we have lunch, and then we come back for like a 2-hour session, and it's like kind of over already. So, but then I carried on doing some stuff, which I kind of blogged about, mostly just pasted error messages and stuff like that about, which I haven't pushed. I don't know if you, I did write some stuff on the NHS wiki, which I didn't see a response to, but I'm assuming you might have seen, and ready to push that up so that we can have a closer look at the start of today. But I just had that doubt about that really long output from the PHP info. Then also yesterday I started on my my slides, and yeah, I don't know if that's making me it makes me feel a little bit better that I got started, and I want to kind of take a chunk every day until maybe Monday, start trying to rehearse the thing. I found out that this is only the second conference of this the Conf Brazil, and the first one had like almost 400 people. So and they have like, I guess the tracks they have, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. But I mean, I'm kind of hoping there's not going to be 400 people in the crowd that I'm talking to. That seems a bit scary. But I just keep trying to remind myself like that. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm afraid that like I could talk for like 15 minutes and then be like done, and then they'll be like.
And then there's room for questions. I mean, either you break down and you become immensely emotionally vulnerable, and that just you surf on the wave of fame of that. Like it becomes the viral video of the man who exposes his inners. And I mean, I guess it's always. I mean, I have this funny thing that I'm just like, for some reason, not intimidated by large groups of people at all. Like, apparently, public speaking is like the #1 fear in the world beyond death. It's like more scary that you'd actually be able to. But personally, I've always loved it. I mean, there's like a kind of an adrenaline rush, like a hit. It's like, whoa! And I mean, I just have the big problem that I have to like slow down so that I could speak at a rate where anybody can understand what I'm saying.
Well, there's no, in this case, there's the way they've done this conference, they have like 2 people on the stage at the same time that are both giving their speeches, and the people in the crowd choose like, who to listen to. So there's like, more than twice many people. Like, if it was just people choosing to listen to me, it would be like less.
That sounds completely insane. I guess.
I know.
Shall we? I mean, I want to unpack that, but we're in the Scrum. So shall we? Let's finish the Scrum, and then we can unpack that.
Yeah. So I guess blockers for me, as I feel like we're and unless I'm not being CC'd on the replies, I feel like we're still blocked on the whole launching a new box. I feel like is probably what we need to do, which really sucks. Because anyways. And yeah, the other thing that I did have a look at yesterday is that Sage had posted up a issue for website 1, which is basically like saying that on the project show page for WikiEdu dashboard, the links are dead links, like the people click on them and they if you saw that, but they go to like Agile Ventures /docs, which they should go to GitHub. And I had a little bit of a poke around, and like if you look at local support, for example, or website 1, I think one of those, then the actual hrefs are full, like the full URLs, with GitHub. included, and so those work, and like RFM as well. But for Wicked dashboard, they're just like the partial, the fragment. And so I'm not sure if that's actually something that, I mean, he's asking for it to be changed on website one, but since they're pulled in from like static pages from their GitHubs, I'm not sure how we would change that, or how involved that would be to actually change like add that part of the, when when we pull them in, add that part of the URL.
Yeah, so this is a serious issue, and let's take it up in some other context than the reporting of issues.
Yeah,
for the Scrum. Yeah,
cool, awesome. And Faith, you're the next one.
Yeah. So what have I been doing? Yeah, NHS meeting has been amazing. I've been doing though watching, but I feel so good because of the fact that I've been watching like 90% of the time, and I've been able to like be there full time for the long hours.
Cool.
And it feels like this big thing I've really wanted to be part of. So even if that I haven't done the manual stuff yet, I just feel like, yeah, it's finally happening. Like, because so I'm saying that because you guys were talking about the whole production environment, something that has always been, the big guys are now taking part in that, and I've never had the chance to do that. So I'm really excited about that. And then ACCH is another thing that I've been hearing people talk, the gurus, and it's amazing that I got the chance to see how simple it is. And I'm really excited to look into more of what it has to offer.
Right.
And then, yeah, RFM meeting was yesterday. It went really well. We had the Scrum, and I was able to merge two simple PRs. Yay, it was my week target. But I wasn't sure how I was going to achieve it. But yeah, luckily RFM did that for me. And then, so I'm looking forward to working on the sprint task, and NHS. Though today I won't be able to join the call because I have an event that's happening out of town over the weekend. It's called the STEM Woman. And it's just like I had the same sentiment with what Matt is saying. So I haven't prepared for my session. I'll be part of a panel, and I haven't prepared for that, and I'm so anxious because it's a new town, and I don't know, it's the first time I'm talking about what I'll be talking about. So I feel like the burden of the expectation. And yeah. So yeah, I have to, after this, I'll be rushing to town because I have to manually book the tickets. I'm using a bus to the place. Yeah. That's all for me.
Cool, thank you. And Sam.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah, like it's fascinating doing the NHS sprint. It's great to have Faith involved. I sort of feel bad that we haven't been able to get you more involved yet, but we're taking some baby steps towards that. And it's one of the annoying things about the DevOps kind of sprints is that there's like a huge amount of setup to kind of actually even start to take part in them. So anyway, we'll keep on. I sympathize with Matt, your sense of frustration about the amount of time and so on. I'm actually very happy with how it's going, and I will seek to sense that. I will seek to infuse you with that positive happiness about how things are going as we go on. I think we are. I mean, I have had some more updates from Bitnami. Like we're doing like, I guess I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you were expressing, Matt, about maybe we wanted to start earlier. I mean, I guess I'm actually reasonably happy with the time available, in as much as like I think it reduces the intensity and it allows kind of brains to work independently. And so like I mean, this morning partly I say it partly because in the morning I've got this huge admin backlog that I'm like chomping through. I did take so that the Bitnami community support people have like officially given up and not understanding the problem, but they have pointed us to a different Bitnami support group who can potentially help us. So I've forwarded everything to them. So maybe we'll get input from them. I have, so like the Anthony Powell Society, which is actually our other paid kind of open project for Agile Ventures. I pinged them, and yeah, we're moving towards wrapping them up. So I booted up my Windows machine, and I was tinkering with their Access database. That's it's like just a set of projects that we have going on, and they're different models and how where the data sits and where the like they don't have a production server because the production server is the database. Anyway, so but I've pleased to have like turned around there. I've bought the domain name for the Harold Woodcraft folks, so that's another like it would be a non-paid project, but they will pay for the hosting, which we will so that will actually be revenue generating for us in a very, very small amount of money. So that's all going on in the Harold Woodcraft channel. Yeah, I've done that. There was other admin stuff for like companies and charities and things that sapped the life out of me during the course of the morning. But yeah, so that's all gone. Yeah, I mean, I guess our key blockers. Well, this issue that you just raised there, Matt, about the website one README links, that needs fixing. Maybe we can pull. Oh gosh. Matt, Nico in there on that. I've flagged it in the thing. I think it'll, it should be a relatively easy fix, but it does need doing. Yeah, I'm merged in a pull request on async voter. Yeah, I think the key blocks are presumably the outside. It sounds like Matt from. I mean, I don't see any pull requests on the social prescribing repo. I just read the comments that you made in the NHS Wiki channel, which sounds like you made some progress towards upgrading in place. But that's our upgrading in place is not done, and we're not able to start new Azure boxes from Bitnami. So yeah, that's our two blocks, and the plan for the rest of the day: do more sprinty NHS stuff. That's my report.
Cool, awesome. So I'm not looking at you, but I think you're probably moving your hands in.
I am in the traditional after Scrum dance that we do at this time of day. And
go on. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. And it's actually sunny here, so it's making it a little difficult. Go on, yeah, screen.
I'd love to push it up, but my doubt was that I did this PHP info thing, and it's like some I don't know. It starts here on 91, and you can see here that even after we have 7.2 installed, it's still like PHP info is still saying that we're on 5.6.30, and also the PHP -v is as well. But then the PHP info goes down until page until line 800 or something, or 900. So my doubt is is that really something? First of all, is there anything in here that might be sensitive that we don't want to be posting on GitHub? And also, is there a reason why I should leave this entire output here, or should I just cut 1,000 lines of it and just leave that?
Yeah. I mean, if there's something that's very long that makes it difficult to read the thing, the output could be put into a gist, like a separate thing.
Okay.
I'll just do it. Sensitive info. I mean, conceivably, it might contain sensitive info. Yeah, I mean, I can see that there are things about that. So I mean, I think the thing to do is just remove it for the moment, keep it in a file for you locally, and just push up everything else, I would say. And maybe you can share it with me via just Slack DM, and I can review it for sensitive information.
Okay. So cut that. Yeah, so this comment's not going to make a lot of sense, but I'll look in a second. I'll stop sharing my screen. So yeah, we haven't heard back from the Microsoft people about the whole portal thing, right?
I mean, no, we haven't. After an initial, yeah, I mean, yeah, we have not. So I mean, I mean, I think probably what we should do today in the Sprinty Hackathon thing is that we should maybe review where you're up to with trying to upgrade in place, and sort of not necessarily dive into fixing the issues and then spending the entire day on upgrading in place, but at least let's review the issues and the questions that you have outstanding and so on. And what we could and then have a review of like what are the directions open to us, because I think there are some interesting ones. Like this could actually allow us to like say, well, if we're blocked on these other two paths here, we could drop back to the actually getting the Docker file working. There's also the possibility that I mean, if we could use, well, we could be using the, like, if we can't use the automated UI to get the Bitnami thing deployed for us, we do actually have access to their Docker file, and we could just use that to create the new instance via Doku.
Yes.
And then we could build on top of it and then work out how to build it. So I think there are definitely other options open to us. And yeah, we want to be careful about, well, it's an ongoing challenge, isn't it? About which things we just get sucked into, because, there's multiple pathways for us, and any one of them could be a like sort of an indefinite time sink. So yeah. But so yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm feeling, I'm feeling optimistic. Even if we don't upgrade by the end of the week, I feel like we are learning a lot and we're gaining a lot of clarity. Your brow is furrowed. I suspect you are you're struggling with something.
I'm actually should I be pushing to a branch on social prescribing?
I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused in as much as like you're just pushing up documentation, right, into a new file, an existing file.
Yeah. No, a new file.
Yeah, I just slap it in there. I mean, particularly as this is just a place where we're dropping the documents for documenting stuff, right? It's unlike when we're doing a big edit of the code and we kind of want to, someone else is relying upon, say, the develop branch being in a certain state and there needing to be reviews before that takes place. In this context, it's like you could just be editing, as I've been doing, directly through the UI in the GitHub in the web browser.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do that.
So, go
on. No, nothing.
Well, I think that the only other outstanding thing that was coming from our Scrum there was about upcoming talks and things. That sounds remarkable. That so for the conference that you're going to speak at, they're going to have like 2 presenters on stage when you say at a time, presumably not on the same stage, like trying to shout over each other. Like they're maybe in 2 different rooms and people have a choice about which room they go to. It sounds like we may have lost Matt's connection there. Or he's just being very still and declining to answer my ridiculous over-the-top question.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes. I was talking about, so you mentioned that your conference, that they have 2 people speaking at the same time, presumably not on the same stage in the same room.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's no questions, for example. Like you were saying, like, oh, if I finish early, then maybe I can just open it up for questions. There's no questions, because then it would like interfere with what the other people are talking about, So it's
so basically, but this is so in the same. You got 2 groups of what at different ends of the same room, and they have to like the person who shouts the loudest gets the best.
No, well, I mean the people have to use like earphones, to hear.
Really? Do you have like a link to something that actually because I'm having great trouble imagining how this would work and not be total chaos. Is it rather than you trying to explain it to me over a internet connection where I should probably go off and get a bagel and we should get ready to work on the sprint? Yeah. Is the way that the conference operates with this kind of like bake-off style dual presentation described anywhere?
I think so. I'll have a look. I don't know if it's in the email or if it's in the if I read it here on the actual page.
I mean, have you been to this conference before and seen it take place in this fashion?
No, it's only happened once.
Okay, so you're okay. Yeah, well, please forward me the information on it, because I mean, like one of the key things about a successful talk is like knowing the circumstances that you're going into and like what the ground rules are. So yeah, yeah, please forward that to me.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And yeah, well, Faith, good luck for your thing as well that's coming up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good luck.
So I'll go on, Matt.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Well, I'll start
Yeah.
hang out in about 25 minutes, if not less than that, and post it in the NHS Wiki place.
Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye
See
for
ya.
now.